Hello and welcome back to my YouTube and Opera channel. LELB Society, standing for Learn English to Live Better, accessible at lelb.net. In this session, as you already know, I'm going to teach you another unit of the difficult and useful coursebook in the field of vocabulary. 1100 words you need to know, week 19, day 1. Before starting, let me show you the flashcards that might exist. Singular. Remember, singular has two basic meanings. One of them is the opposite of plural, and the other one means extraordinary. As you can see, among these apples, the red one is singular. It means it is really unique. Culpable means guilty, reprehensible. Flamboyant means showy. Let me, as you can see, this model is so showy and, let's say, attracting so much attention and such a lure, L-U-R-E. That's it. All right. So the 5 new words. The first word is megalomania. Megalomania. Mania is a kind of craze. C-R-A-Z-E. Mega means beyond and very huge. So much. So if a person is afflicted with megalomania, it means the person actually has an abnormal desire for wealth and power. The person is too ambitious. And the adjective form is megalomaniac. So the adjective form of mania is maniac. The second word is profligate. Pay attention to my pronunciation. Profligate. It's not gate, it's get. Okay? And profligate means lavish, extravagant. The third word is strife. Strife means conflict, discord, disagreement. And the fourth word is legion. It's not je, it's je. Legion. And legion is both a noun and an adjective, and as an adjective it means numerous, manifold. Let me show you. Manifold. Okay. All right. And the last word is coup. Remember, P is not pronounced. So we have also coup d'etat. So these are French words in English. Okay. Trouble in Ruritania. King Andrew of Ruritania was afflicted with megalomania. When you are afflicted with megalomania, it means that you are influenced by that, and that thing we're talking about is not something good. So he was suffering from that. He had developed a chronic form of megalomania, and the people of his country suffered as a result, or consequently. or as a consequence. As a consequence. So the people, as a consequence, the people of his country had to suffer from actually the misbehavior of King Andro de Rutania. After 10 years of his profligate rule here means kingdom, and lavish kingdom, because actually he did not get enough of power and wealth and ambition. The treasury was bankrupt. Treasury is a department in a government that has something to do with monetary and financial issues. For example, keeping record of the budgets and all the money that a king or even actually the government has at hand. The treasury was bankrupt. It means they ran out of money. Unemployment was rampant. It means a lot of people were jobless. Rampant means widespread. Okay. Prevalent. Rampant is prevalent. Domestic strife was mounting. Domestic strife is like a civil war, but not that strong. Domestic means internal, inside. So there were so many internal conflicts. Was mounting means rising, and the number of the king's opponents who were incarcerated were legion. Okay. And the number of the king's opponents, opponent means rivals and enemies, and so the king developed or formed so many enemies because of his special behavior, who were incarcerated. Incarcerated means imprisoned. Okay, they got confined, arrested, were legion. So there were so many people actually who got arrested and imprisoned. They were put in prison or in jail, jail, because they were opposing the king. Following a bloodless coup means revolution. A bloodless, it means nobody was hurt or killed. There was no casualty or toll. His nephew means actually the son of the king's brother or sister. Prince Schubert took command of the poor nation. Was replaced. So take command of means to be in charge, to be in authority of the poor nation. Why poor? Because King Andrew of Ruthenia had drained away all the money of the country because it was too megalomaniac. So the people became really poor. Okay. The sentences. With a singular disregard for his family, the profligate husband spent his salary on alcohol. With a special lack of attention to his family, as a matter of fact, the husband, because he was so wasteful and lavish and extravagant, he was not frugal, F-R-U-G-A-L, frugal. Okay, so this man did not pay attention to the needs of his family, and therefore actually he spent all his salary on alcohol. He was let's say overdrunk person. Each spouse said that the other was culpable for their conjugal strife. Yeah. Spouse means husband or wife. Said that the other was culpable or guilty for their conjugal strife. Conjugal means it relates to marriage. So married. Okay, strife. So they were holding each other responsible for their marital problems. The number of my followers is legion, said the flamboyant politician. Pay attention to this structure. When you use the number, the verb must be singular. Okay, when it is a number, if it is not, but by the way it's not here, the verb would be plural. So if it were a number of my followers, it would be actually are here, not is. So it's grammar, there is no philosophy behind it. The number of my followers is legion. It means I have so many followers, so many buffs and fans, said the flamboyant politician. Pompous, also you can say, let me write it. Pompous, conceited politician. The necessity for executing the leaders of the abortive coup was obviated when they committed suicide. The requirement for execute means liquidate, kill. Liquidate. And also a capital punishment or death penalty as a kind of retribution. Yeah, punishment. So they just wanted to kill the leaders of that abortive coup. Abortive means in vain, means fruitless, in vain, futile. Okay. Was obviated, removed, eliminated. Why? Because they refer to the leaders, committed suicide. They killed themselves. So they forestall. Forestall means to do something because you are proactive, because you just think that, well, you know that what is going to happen, so you just do something before it happens or in reaction to that. Hitler's megalomania was a veneer for his insecurity and feeling of inferiority. Yeah, Hitler's megalomania was a veneer, means a cover for something. And that something that you want to cover it with is not something good. For example, in your kitchen, you may have a cupboard with cheap material, and in order to hide the real quality of that, you just place a veneer on that. So this is veneer, means a cover. His insecurity means lack of security or no security or safety, and feeling of inferiority. Inferiority is the opposite of superiority. And also we have a psychological disease, which is inferiority complex. Okay, now matching part. Megalomania means abnormal desire for wealth and power. Profligate, wasteful. Strife, discord, disagreement. Legion, a large a large number. Coup, revolution. And the idiom is to play possum. Means to try to fool someone, to make believe one is asleep or dead. It means to pretend to be dead, to pretend. Okay, sensing that his life was in jeopardy, the hunter played possum until the voracious lion disappeared. Sensing or feeling that his life was in jeopardy or danger, so because of that, the hunter played possum. It means pretended to be dead, so that the voracious lion disappeared. Voracious means having a high and a strong appetite for eating, and the noun form is voracity, because vor in Latin means eating. That's why we have, let me just show you some other words. Voracity, voraciousness, devour. When you devour something, it means that you gulp it down. You gulp it down. You swallow it. You eat it with greed, and with a lot of appetite. Also, we have carnivorous or carnivore. So it means carne means the flesh or meat of animal, and vor means eating. That's why we have omnivorous or herbivorous. So the vor part here has something to do with eating. Okay, so let me see. As you are familiar with the procedure on my website LELB.net, LELB Society, if you just click on this narrow strip in blue, this is the default color, you can just contact me for our classes. And also here right above the footer there is a banner. If you click on that, a new window that is home page is opened, and then you can have all the necessary information about this group class, IELTS preparation. And I want you to just follow me on Instagram. There are 568 photos for flashcards, as a matter of fact, and I think they can help you a lot to learn vocabulary and improve your vocabulary in the most active way ever. I try to upload at least 2 or 3 photos each day, so they can help you a lot. These flashcards, I have been spending so much time on them, selecting or editing or designing photos that are really let's say reminiscent of the ideas or concepts. So on my website, focus on this sentence. Follow me on in YouTube and Apparat. As a matter of fact, I have uploaded 210 original English lessons, not copying from other websites. My products are all original, so that is the beauty of that. So on Apparat is good for Iranians, and also YouTube. And follow me on Instagram and Telegram channel. Alright, thank you very much for your attention, and take care.